Hi there, Seema. I'm very happy to see that you have sent us a set of essays for correction. Great. Let's take a look and see what you did here. International marketing has been a controversial topic that has led to a lot of debate over the past few years. Some believe that it is necessary for overall growth of the economy of a country, while others believe that it is more of an interference. I agree with the opinion that international marketing is essential for the growth of trade and economy and spread of ideas and culture into a country. This essay will discuss both sides of the argument, giving examples from everyday life. All right. This is lovely. This is really very nice, except you keep focusing on the economy. Look, you say the economy of the country. Here, the growth of trade and economy. This is not actually what the essay is asking you to talk about. Look at the task it's set. Again, it says, that some people view it as a necessary and economical form of education. Okay, so that's one thing, while also exchanging ideas, language, and culture. I think that one thing that may be creating a problem is the word economical. I think a lot of students misunderstand what that means and confuse it with the word economic, which has a different meaning. So that said, they're actually not asking you to talk about economics, but rather why international marketing is an economical form of education. All right, so think about that a little bit, and let's see what you wrote in the rest of the essay. On one hand, marketing of products internationally can be a form of intrusion for some countries. This is especially true for less developed countries. Marketing is usually done by big multi-dollar companies who are rich and want their businesses to flourish. This can be detrimental to the local markets of poor countries. For example, in African countries, weather is appropriate for growth of rice crops. However, the marketing of better quality and cheap price rice from America does not let local farmers to develop their own product. Thus, this trend leads to unemployment and crashes the growth of local market. Okay, what I want to do first is correct some of the grammar. There wasn't a lot wrong, but there were some little things that I think would be, I can't speak today, that I think would be really rather easy for you to correct. So let's take a look. First of all, here, marketing is done by big multi-dollar companies. We don't call them multi-dollar. We call them big multi-million-dollar companies. Or you could say large multi-million-dollar companies. I never really like the word big in essays. Big, small, nice, good, bad. I mean, all those words are so just imprecise that I would like to see something a little higher level. And precise, of course. Okay, so that was one thing. And then, I didn't really understand this. So you're saying that African countries grow a lot of crops, but the crops in the rice in America is cheaper and better quality. So what happens to the rice in Africa? Are you saying that it doesn't develop, that it doesn't become better quality, that it doesn't get sold? I was a little confused by this, okay? Thus this trend leads to unemployment, and this is the wrong word, and maybe stunts the growth. That's a good word, stunt. So it stunts the growth of the local market. All right, so that's one thing about this paragraph. Then there was one other thing I want to tell you. You missed a chance to have some nice cohesion in this paragraph. Look at these first two sentences. Marketing of products internationally can be a form of intrusion for countries. This is especially true for less developed countries. All right, so rather than saying in both sentences countries, you could have combined these together and used some nice cohesive elements. So let's talk about how you could have done that. Marketing of products can be a form of intrusion for some countries, especially less developed ones. Okay, and that would have been a really nice way to do this. Just using the words ones and combining those two sentences. Okay. Now, what I didn't really get a lot, again, I'm going to say this now in terms of task achievement, we're talking, really where the marketing plays here, okay? Um, you mentioned the marketing in America, but I didn't get the idea of invasion, of intrusion. Mm, maybe a little, but I still think you could have talked more about the feeling of people, like why they resent this marketing, why they feel like they're being invaded upon. I think it could have been developed a little more. So let's look at the next paragraph. On the other hand, international marketing raises awareness not only about the availability of products in countries other than the ones where they are produced, but also the different ideas and languages of these countries. But also, comma, the different ideas and languages of these countries are spread to the rest of the world. If there are no advertisements telling people about what is available in other countries, they will not be able to enjoy the benefits of those products even when they could afford them. Them. For instance, all Apple products such as iPads, iPhones, computers, etc. are manufactured in the US if they are not marketed, full stop. Or just put a but here. But if they are not marketed in other countries other than the US, then no one will have the idea of using these products, and as a result, they will fall behind in technology and overall growth. All right, that's good. Therefore, international marketing raises awareness about products. Okay, you just said raises awareness right here, so try to use a different expression. In other countries, and also provides ideas on improvement of the local market. This ultimately leads to the spread of culture and languages as well. Okay, what I would have liked here, I thought you did a great job here. In fact, I was worried about this paragraph. I was worried about it because of what you wrote here. Like there was a lot of focus on the economy. You didn't actually develop it like this in your body paragraph, and I'm very pleased that you didn't do it like that. Okay, that's what I was worried about and why I spent so much time talking about this in your introduction. So you actually developed it the way you were supposed to and about what you were supposed to, but I do think that you missed an opportunity to develop some of these ideas a little more, and it would have been nice if you could have done that. For example, you said that it leads to the spread of culture and languages. I would have wanted to know how. How does this happen? Can you explain to me how international marketing does this? Okay. Alrighty, now to look at your conclusion. In conclusion, I believe although there are advantages and disadvantages of international, you can't use although and however in the same sentence. You have to pick one. They're both showing contrast, so you can only use one. So, I believe you know what? I believe there are advantages and disadvantages of international marketing. However, the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. In future, countries should make such policies where care is taken that the products from other countries and big brands do not end up suppressing their own local markets. Let's see, there's something strange about this sentence. Countries should make policies where care is taken so products from other countries would have been better. The local markets should be given a chance to grow while global citizens continue to enjoy the facility of international brands and products through international marketing. Lovely. So there's really a lot that's going on in this essay that is really nice, really positive, very on the right track, but there are some areas that need a little work, okay? And we've talked quite a bit about them. So with that, I want to move on to your task 1 about water consumption. Let's see. It's not called a bar graph, it's called a bar chart. So we call them bar charts, pie charts, and then line graphs, okay? So this bar chart, I can't talk, sorry. This bar chart illustrates the top water consumption by 7 countries. Okay, comma, and then say, namely, Mexico, Thailand, Italy, Germany, UAE, France, and USA for the year 2013. The amount of water consumed has been described in units of gallon per capita. Overall, in 2013, the maximum per capita water was consumed in Mexico and minimum water consumption was in USA. Perfect. The water consumed in Mexico at 67.3 gallons per capita is more than double you don't need this of, is more than double that of USA, which is 32.4 gallons per capita. The total amount of water consumed in Germany, UAE, and France is almost similar at 38.6, 37, and 36, okay, respectively. Let's see. Now, why did you decide to talk about these three? I thought that was a little strange. I didn't mind that you decided to talk about them. But I do think that you needed to tell us where they kind of ranked here. Okay? Yeah. So you told us the top, you told us the lowest, and then you told us the second, third, and fourth lowest. So it would have been nice if you had said something along the lines of just above United States in terms of water consumption were X, Y, and Z countries. Okay, something like that would have been better so that we know kind of where we are in the ranking of these countries. All right, let's move on. However, Thailand ranks second after Mexico in terms of total water consumed at 59.6 gallons per capita, and Italy ranks third for the total consumption at 52.7 gallons per capita. Now, this sentence is absolutely perfect. There's no problem with it except for one thing. It's really getting rather repetitive, okay? Look at this. The water consumed in Mexico is this. The total amount of water consumed in Germany is this. Okay, and then Thailand ranks second. Italy ranks third. So a lot of this vocabulary, a lot of the sentence structure, it's just getting really rather repetitive. So kind of try to vary it up a little bit. Look for other different sentence structures, different ways of kind of expressing some of these ideas so that there's not so much repetition. I know it's hard. I mean, how many words can you possibly find for a task like this? But still, it can be done, and I'd like to see a little more variety in some of these expressions here. So it is clear that the developing countries such as Mexico and Thailand consumed much more water as compared to developed countries such as US and France in the year 2013. Where was France? So you said, okay. All right. Yeah. That's fine. I thought you did very well. Again, I thought it was good. I did think, like I said, that there were certain things that could change, but it read easily. It was accurate. You picked a nice way of organizing your answers, except for this. You just need to kind of highlight why you were talking about these countries, okay? But in general, I thought it was a very solid attempt. Now, you've signed up for a single essay with us. I'd like to see more from you. I'd like to see what you do with further feedback. So if you found this feedback helpful, we'd love to continue to work with you either through essay correction packages or through the online course where you get lots and lots of comprehensive information on how to succeed in IELTS. Okay, so see which one of those options works best for you, and will help you reach your goals. Okay, so good luck.